Well, today we talked about residues in cull dairy cows and in veal calves, primarily focused on the cull dairy cows. And the big take-home points are we need to pay attention to how we're using these drugs. We need to have a plan, and we need to work that plan. And this involves developing a treatment protocol along with a veterinarian that's knowledgeable in this area, sticking to the protocol and making sure that every dairy cow that leaves your place has the records checked, that she's not in violation of a withdrawal time. And if we do that, the investigational records of the FDA would show we'd fix the majority of the problem. Residues are concentrations of drugs in edible tissues that are in excess of the allowed tolerance as determined by the FDA Center for Veterinary Medicine. The tolerance is a concentration of drug in those tissues at which there's a huge safety factor for humans. But I can tell you when we're above the tolerance, we're starting to take away those safety factors. And not only is it a potential food safety risk, it's also a violation of the law, and that's something we're under scrutiny for now as never before. We're under a microscope like never before. We're being looked at for the bacteria that can come out through the food chain. We're being looked at our effects on the environment. We're being looked at how we might affect bacteria while they're in the animals with which we work through our use of antibiotics. We have to be able to document what we're doing like never before. And really, the emphasis is putting us in a position where we're going to start paying attention to some things we perhaps should have been. A really good place to start is with your beef quality assurance guidelines. These contain basic information on the proper administration of products, how to select them, where to give them, and being sure that you're protecting the quality of the product as you administer these. They're a great start to setting up your protocols. When we build protocols, everyone needs to be involved in building these protocols. It needs to be the veterinarian, it needs to be the producer, it needs to be the management. Everyone needs to agree this is what we're going to do. We can change protocols, but the only time we can change protocols is when everyone's on board, everyone agrees on it, we discuss it, we change the protocol. And both veterinarians and producers should be documenting training on these protocols and that everyone's agreed to follow them, and there should be records available with which the management and the veterinarians can document how these protocols are being followed. And I realize to some people this sounds like the bridge too far, this is too much, but today that's what's needed. And the other little pearl that may be found in there for a producer is, wow, we're doing stuff a lot more efficient, a lot of different things are being benefited by just creating these protocols. I think the biggest thing I'd say to my peers in veterinary medicine is we've got to cover the entire production system with protocols, written guidelines, and ways to assure that drugs are being used correctly by all the people on the production site. So I encourage everyone to take time to at least come up with a generic protocol that they can use as a basis for their dairies. And one of the comments to me has been, it's a 25 cow or a 50 cow dairy. Are we supposed to build protocols for them? And I think in the future the answer to that's yes.